What's going on, Mr. Dave here? We're on the rock pile out here in Lakeside, California, thereabouts, and this is Shotcrete day. This is the time of the day of the project when things change fast and get crazy and go from rebar bent with burlap inside to an actual rock-looking thing. So we are here with some students are checking it out. My son Daniel here is cleaning up. Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate that. And just talk about what we got here a little bit before we get the Shotcrete machine going. We got our pre-poured steps, all concrete. We did that by hand. We sprayed the mortar mix on the burlap. We're going to be experimenting to see if that helps the Shotcrete stick and not bounce off. It should do something. Sometimes we use mostly chicken wire, as you can see in some of these other spots. And you can see all the pre-pouring we do on these things. And I like the pre-pour areas so that on the Shotcrete day it is not so crazy insane trying to keep track of all the detailed areas. Get them all done first, and then all you have to worry about is the big, flat, large cracks, textures, and the structure itself. Stairway, 10-inch risers about. We're going to check them later and get them, get them all equalized and about the same. We have conduit here that we put in. That'll all just get buried for lighting on the steps. 2 spots here, spots there for the planters. We have irrigation for both big planters. And so we're waiting and anticipating that roar of the big motor that's coming on. So Brian here is an amazing guy who does hardscape all over the place. Whether it's cold or hot, he's there to take care of you, and he's also a student of the fake rock world and having a good time here checking this out on the job training thing. So what do you think, Brian, of what you've seen so far?
I think it's amazing. Everything you do is just unbelievable, Dave. So anything that I can do to help, and I'm always here. And you know, you've taught me a lot in a very short time.
Yeah.
About how to build these structures, and everything you do is just unbelievable. So.
Well, Brian, just to let you guys know out there, decided to launch into his own little project, which was not at all little. We have somewhere we got to get some videos if I already have them already. I think I have some of the crazy big. It's a fish koi pond thing,
yep.
But it's like a swimming pool.
It is.
It's a 12,000 gallon swimming pool for fish. And I guess you could jump in if you wanted to too. That'd be all right.
Yeah.
But yeah, awesome guy and hard worker. We're going to get cooked today. It's in the mid-90s, I'm pretty sure. So it'll be a toasty day, but we got a breeze, and so I'm thankful for that. And I've been praying the Lord would bring a cloud. All right, bring me a cloud, Lord. And there's a couple little potentials up there, so we're hoping we get some shade from God Almighty. And so the strategy here is, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that feedback. And learn, grow, become, folks. That's what you do. So we have done a lot of pre-pouring. We also did some spraying with the mortar mix in here, and that helps stabilize this whole perimeter right here, so Shotcrete will stick and not bounce around and fall off in big chunks. A lighting conduit, access point, pre-poured all this stuff, and that retained all the soil on the inside, as you can see from the other videos that we have on this job. And really got a killer idea, although it is kind of changing the budget, but no extra charge. Decided to put a cool little platform space over here on the side, so when slide riders are going down, kids and family can stand on the side and send them off with great aplomb. Is that a word? I don't think that's a word. Anyway, so we pre-pour also the edges of these rock sort of railings. They're a single piece of rebar crisscrossed with a good amount of rebar. Again, another lighting stub out, and that stabilizes this whole structure, these walls, and so they're not going anywhere. They end up being about 4 to 6 inches thick, depending on how things go and how things look. Pre-poured areas on the slide here a little bit also, as you can't see. And so flat parts don't need burlap, don't need chicken wire or anything, because just the weight puts them right in where they need to be. We pre-poured a lot of the perimeter of the slide, and we're going to be finishing it up today with the big machine. So I have scaffold set up for the front. So Myron, our awesome Shotcrete expert, he does rock stuff all the time. Myron, Wave. That's Myron, guys. Way down there, that little man with the hat. He's amazing. He's done total pro jobs, SeaWorld, big giant things. You know, commercial jobs. I don't know how he does it all year long, but he's still doing it, and I'm really glad because he does an excellent job with this stuff. So, Shotcrete day, and we managed to work our brains out to do all that Prepour on the stairways. A couple thousand pounds of a concrete that we hand mixed in our little mixer. And you can see from the other videos we pre-pour things. Trying to get this upside down would be a nightmare. Trying to do that with Shotcrete, it just wouldn't work. So we have scaffold set up. We're going to move things around as we need to. And I guess we're getting close. We're waiting for that rumble of the big cement truck to come rumbling on up the drive and get this crazy big enterprise going. The big transformation. One day, bunch of weird looking rebar things with burlap. The next day, rocks, gray rocks. And it's a creative day, but man, it wears us out on these hot days. So hope you guys are doing well out there. Remember to go to davehenderson.podia.com. Got free downloads for you there if you like to learn how to do this stuff, plus some courses. And if you have any questions, always send me that. Also, what I'd like to say at the end of the videos is remember to be forgiving and grateful. If you are unforgiving and ungrateful, you're a miserable soul. It's not good. So you want to let go of that stuff. Remember to forgive yourself for when you were a dope in previous days, because we're hard on ourselves as much as anyone else is, maybe harder. So forgiveness and gratitude are awesome. Jesus is coming back. Be ready. Get him in your heart. He's going to take you back home to heaven. And that could be any day now in these last days. So God bless you guys. Remember to be thankful and forgiving again. And we will update you after Shotcrete day. All right. Take it easy. Bye.